Friday. We have got a jam-packed show. Great to have everybody with us. TJ Lang at 3 with all of his tobacco. We also, we got Who Said It, the blitzes, the picks. We're going to get into Michigan State a little more than we normally would on a Friday with the Lions playing on a Monday. Injury report for the Leos at 4.
Let me guess one who's already on the report.
We're good.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about it, but we can dive in on this level, right? Let's pretend the Lions play on Sunday. I want you guys to just tell me, in the world of the state of Michigan football, which of these three teams has the most to prove this weekend? And I want you to factor in the three different places that these programs, if you will, are at. I mean, one's got a freshman QB, but there's unlimited upside. One's got a second-year coach where the team's 3-0, but it feels like they're 0-3, and they're only favored in one game the rest of the year, and they need credibility. And then there's the Lions, who the standard is higher, but the season is longer. It's not a must-win, but a lot of people, they need a little chicken soup for the soul because they know deep down beating the Bears doesn't do anything. The Ravens are a measuring stick game. All three of these games for Michigan, Michigan State, and the Lions, on one level or another, beyond box score, win, lose, good, bad, they're measuring stick games. For Michigan, if they win, you could make a credible case they could be 10-1 going into the Ohio State game, where, in essence, they wouldn't need the game to make the playoff. It's a wrestling product. 10-2 Michigan's going, even if they had the headless horseman as a quarterback.
Mike, if they win this game, and you're probably going to hear more and more about Bryce Underwood because he went into Norman and got it done.
Did he?
And now I'm saying if they win.
I need to see him do that.
No, but I'm saying if they win, then yeah. Now.
You also have to remember my cynicism. I listened to Joel Klatt after an 8-for-24 performance on the road tell me he was the best offensive player on the field.
Yeah.
I'm done listening. Yeah. I'm watching.
What about hype videos?
I'm not doing it. Same thing with Michigan State. I mean, every game for Jonathan Smith against a real opponent is a bit of a referendum because they got to stack wins. They got to get their footing as a program. 6-6 would have lost to Michigan, ain't doing it. 7-5, depends what you do. Fans want to be able to rally around a program. And for the Lions, look, they could lose. I think they'll be fine. But would I feel a lot better with a win? Or at least a hotly contested late fourth quarter game against a Super Bowl caliber team? I think these are all measuring stick games. So I ask Rico, David, Kenny, and you, the listener, on a beautiful Friday afternoon, who has the most to prove? And just give us a reason. 248-539-9797. That's it.
Yeah, you know what? I have been thinking about this all morning, and I'm going to say I'm changing who I thought had the most to prove. I thought the most to prove was the Lions because you had to get the taste out of Green Bay taste out of your mouth. You had to show that you were a real
You're
thing.
switching.
I am switching.
Did I sell you?
Actually, it was something I heard Cookies say this morning. And I was
so Smarm kind of got you involved.
Right. And I'm going to switch, and I'm going to say the late-night game in L.A., for Michigan State. They have the most to prove because right now, everybody's sold on them. Everybody is saying, hey, Jonathan, stay there. Let the team fly back. We don't want you here. You almost forget they are 3-0. Now, whether it's a fake 3-0 or not, they're still 3-0, but nobody believes in this team. Going out there and winning that game opens doors where all of a sudden you start saying, well, maybe this guy's not that bad of a coach. Maybe his way is working. Maybe this can actually work at MSU. So I think they do have the – Michigan could lose, and I still think could find a way to possibly flirt with the playoffs.
At 9-3?
I said flirt with the playoffs because they are Michigan. They're like Notre Dame.
True.
They're going to flirt with the playoff. They may not get in, but you're going to give them a long look at going in. The Lions – they still got a long way to go. They still have other games that they can go out there and get it done. Baltimore, that's their bugaboo. They always lose to Baltimore. So to me, I'm not saying it's a free square, but I don't expect anything. But if Michigan State actually wins that game, it kind of opens brand new doors that we didn't even know were there.
David, where are you at? Who's got the most to prove? They all have something to prove, but who's got the most?
I'm sticking with the Detroit Lions here for me. It's still the Detroit Lions because I'm not going to be impressed you beat the Browns. I'm not going to be impressed if you beat the Bengals. And right now, because the way they look, I'm not going to be impressed if they beat the Chiefs. But I will be impressed if they beat the Ravens. And in my mind, I would say they're back to last year's type team. I'm not saying 15 wins, but what I'm saying is they would have, to me, changed all my thoughts after the Green Bay Packer game by beating the Ravens. And I would say, okay, that's a fluke possibly, and this is who you are.
Yeah, I look, again, I don't think there's a wrong answer. That's why this is fun. I leaned Michigan just because I have a disagreement with Rico on where they end up. I do think this is essentially their playoff. You lose this game. No, I don't care that you beat Ohio State as a garbage team. You're not beating them this year. Like, if Ryan Day loses 5 in a row to you, he should be fired. The point is, you will have lost 2 games before October. There's not a team in America, if they turn that trick, that I'm going to tell you is making the playoffs. I don't care if Notre Dame wins the rest of their games. Not making the playoffs. Right. If you lose 2 games before the leaves turn, although we are getting some lovely developing foliage, I just feel like you're done. Yeah. So if they win, we've got an entirely different story.
But once again, Michigan and Notre Dame have that brand that they will flirt, and you'll look at them, and they'll be on the fringe or on the bubble or whatever you want to call them if they each finish 9-3. So that's why when I hear what you're saying, yes, if Michigan wins, I think it will catapult them that they're there. But I think for Michigan
State, they are winning, by the way. I know nobody cares.
Really?
But Nebraska is like Texas A&M. Show me, and what have they done besides mess themselves in a big spot the last 20 years? Name the last time Nebraska showed up, pulled their pants down, and showed everybody what's going on. Give me a break. Nebraska is just ass.
Right. This is where we find out what year 3 of Matt Rule really is about.
Sure. I just view it anytime they've played U of M, they choke.
If this game were flipped and it was in Ann Arbor, I could roll with it.
All right, look.
But the fact that,
hey, Nebraska also gives up almost 160 yards on the ground a game.
They do.
They had not a winning recipe there.
They do.
Oh, but we launched balloons.
But that means that if you're Michigan, if you're a Poggi, you're going to have to stick to the ground game.
Yeah, you win the games.
But you can't unleash Underwood.
No. I don't need – okay, see, we are turning this kid into a cartoon character, which is what I cannot stand. His job is to win the games. Now, they couldn't beat Oklahoma doing what they were doing because they couldn't run the football. You had 1 run all night. Everything else was basically 2 yards a carry. Their refusal to allow Bryce to either get them back into the game or they get blown out, that was the issue. Here, the recipe is to run the football, him being a part of it.
Correct.
And then curate these play-action shots.
Correct.
Allow this kid to cut it loose a little bit.
Because Nebraska's the opposite. They got a really great pass defense, but very suspect run defense.
Right. I just hate this idea like it has to be one certain way. I just didn't like turtling on the road. It didn't make sense to me. Now, the turtling could work. This could be like the Penn State game. I wouldn't be shocked if they ran it 32 times in a row. But I know they don't have the O-line they had in those years. Look, I want to watch it. Hey, maybe Michigan's O-line just isn't any good. Maybe Nebraska plays up. I view A&M won their first big game in how long? Last weekend. And Nebraska, Bo Pelini had to be their coach the last time they won a big game.
Fair.
Maybe.
Fair.
So, look, we'll see. The Lions thing, no, I don't think the Lions are winning. And I don't think State's winning. So I'm also biased in that when I'm sitting here rapping with you about it, I'm like, well, who's got the most to prove? It's the team that I think is winning. Maybe that's a stupid answer. It's possible.
I got none of them winning, so.
You're calling for a disaster weekend? Yes. No, come on. For real? All 3?
Yeah.
Hold on, I've got a sound effect for that.
If any, that's the most deflator take that I've heard Rico do in a while. That's how the deflator was born.
75 and sunny.
No.
0-3, Rico. There's no.
You're all gonna lose.
How is that different? One is a 18-point underdog. The other is 4.5, 5.5, which in the NFL might as well be 10-point if it was college.
But if one's gonna win, who is it? Come on, man. Believe in love. If one's gonna win, who is it?
You gotta stop.
Stick with your guns, Rico.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
my
all
God.
lose. I'm with you.
Like the state one, I guess I could accept because I have no expectations. My ability to stay up for that game is going to be directly correlated to first downs.
Oh,
Like it won't take much, man. If they go down 10-0, I'm going to bed. I can't.
Yeah, halftime may be presented by Ezekiel. I mean, at this point.
Let's check in on Rico at halftime. Dracula. Rico's got his arms folded.
By weed gummies. There you go.
Right.
It's just about to say it.
It won't take much. 248-539-9797.
I guess Michigan.
Okay,
If you had only because
Personal growth.
No. Here's the thing, because we're sitting here, and I'll give Gator full credit for this. It's not about Bryce Underwood. This is Dylan Raiola. What have you done for the last year and change? Nothing. So you're at home against a ranked team, and they're favored. You got a sea of red. What are you gonna do?
Be a weirdo who pretends he's Patrick Mahomes,
Okay.
but also maybe live up to your salary. Can't believe I just said that about college football. 248-539-9797. Proud of you. Rico calling for storms, clouds, typhoons, chaos.
Come on, man.
I'm just trying.
I wish I could say that.
Somebody
All three.
has got to win.
There is an active volcano in Hawaii. I think
Right.
that will be everywhere Detroit teams play.
Magma.
Well, no, I mean, I had
Scott.
the last time we had this referendum. No, 2 weeks ago was a referendum thing. I said, well, a team would win, and one team won.
Man, if it goes 0-3 and the Tigers get swept by the Braves, do we get a PTO day?
My.
Please, God, come on. This town needs some juice.
We get an extra Labor Day off.
Can we play the Bears again? 248-539-9797.
If they lose all the games today, if they lose, they get swept by the Braves, and Michigan State loses. Lions win Monday night. All's forgiven.
That I would
It's time.
agree with. But you said that ain't happening.
Well,
Kirby Smart, AI Kirby, control yourself.
that's hurtful.
That's not you.
That's hurtful.
Okay. First of all, I hit the wrong button. If you really want to know what I was supposed no, hold on. This is next to this. Now, what drop do I hit more often than not? We do not. This. But they're so close to each other, and it's not like I have a physical button. It's a touch screen. You look over, you go muscle memory. Ready? Right. Spin the wheel. Couldn't do it again if I tried 100 times.
I actually worked pretty well there.
You know what? Hey, when you got to over-explain.
Go.
All right.